Welcome heroes to this RPG Fit second edition tutorial. Today we're going to be going over campaign sheets. It's a brand new feature. I'm really excited about it. In this, you'll learn how to know what you're doing in your quest, how to track your quest, and if you're running with the team, how to see how everybody's doing and how we can help each other out. As well as we're also going to go over general campaign format, what does a quest look like, what does objectives look like, as well as how do we level up. So let's jump into it. Okay, heroes. First of all, what is a campaign? Campaign is typically 3 months of quest focused on a certain area of health. Today we're going to be using the tutorial campaign River of Fear, which is focused on fitness and especially the ability scores of Constitution, Dexterity, and Strength. But typically this is going to be what the formats look like, and if you go from here, you should be good to go. So in looking at this, let's break that down a little bit. Each month is a level, each week is a quest, and each training day, quest day is an objective of that quest. You'll see that for this campaign, each quest has 5 objectives. Typically it's going to be 1 day of flow, 1 day of power, 1 day of combat, and then an upgrade day. So that's 4 days of like questing training. And on top of that, we're going to have a daily quest requirement or objective, I should say. You'll see that in the beginning, we're starting with 2 days of flow. That's because this is a tutorial quest, and you won't actually get the stamina, the first power ability until the 3rd quest or 3rd week. So in looking at with that in mind, let's look at the individual tabs. When you come in, you'll log into this on the day that you're going to do your quest. We're going to go actually to the day of, and we'll work our way out so you can kind of see the bigger thing. So I'm going to zoom in here so you can see it a little bit better. So on this, there we go. So I wrote down Monday, but you can do this on any day. We'll adjust that. When you come up to your quest, you'll see you have the little story intro, and then you'll see what day, depending on which day you're going to. The first one we're looking here is a flow ability check. And that'll tell you, okay, I know what kind of the day is about. You'll have your warm-up listed here. Then you'll have the kind of main part of, or one of the objectives. Now, as we go on, and when you have more ability scores to choose from, more abilities to choose from, you'll be able to pick and choose. Like, okay, today I want to do Constitution and Dex. Oh no, actually I want to do just Strength. Actually, I'm a completionist, so I'm going to do all 3, the Dex, the Strength, and the Constitution. So you really have control and can customize it. Right now, this is quest 1. It is just the beginning, so it's just going to have 1 option. Again, this campaign is about teaching you all the different ability scores, and we'll talk about those in just a sec. So you can see that it's pretty simple here. We have our little story choice intro. You'll have kind of the name, a suggested intensity, as well as suggested long rest. There are different terms in here, and I will add that tab in here. If you're one of my players, you already have access to that, but I'm going to put that in here in the campaign as well. There'll be links to demo videos that you'll be able to use, as well as links to timers. I highly recommend downloading this app if you're going to keep playing, because I'm going to be making all the timers based in this app. And while you totally can use it from your web browser, I click here, it's going to be those annoying beeps. And I've designed them so that way, if you download them, and it might cost $5 for the pro app. I'm not sponsored by them, but I just love the app. I've been using it for about 10 years. It'll actually tell you what's coming up. So while this timer is very simple, it's basically a ready, go. The other ones, when there's more like there's a battles and there's like multiple moves, and it'll be a little harder to keep track of what's coming up next. It's awesome to have this app just tell you like, intent, coming up 10 squats for 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, 10 squats. I love it. I use it all the time. I know my warm-ups, the armor ups and all that, but it's very nice for me to just hit play and not have to think about it and just listen to the cues. It's awesome. It saves me a lot of time, a lot of brain power. So that's my little plug for that. And then what you'll be doing If you're one of my players, then I'll have already given you your own version of this campaign. If not, you should only be able to view this. You'll go to File, make a copy, save it, and then you can add it and add in all your stuff as well as the tracking. But here in the quest, you'll be able to write, hey, what did I do? For this one, endurance, the first level is just about like doing basically like any cardio that feels good. Now that could be walking, jogging. It also could be dancing. It could be stretching. I just want you moving for that amount of time. So you can write what you did, distance if you're measuring it, if you're doing like running or rowing or swimming or something like that. And then after you complete that quest, you'll see the kind of the story leading towards the next one. But what you'll do is you'll go to your quest tracker, next tab. And on, say we did do it Monday, I will click here and I will put in endurance. Boom, look at this little cool little bar. What this is going to do is then track, and you'll be able to look back and see on which days you did it to make sure that we're actually holding ourselves accountable and making the progress we want to make. Each area you'll see the listed down here, the endurance, the stamina, the unarmed, and the upgrade one. We'll go into all that later. And those skills and things will be taught to you throughout the course of this tutorial. Campaign, not this one, too much time. So anyways, say you go through the week and you complete, okay, well, actually the first week is flow, so I'm going to do endurance, and then I'm going to do my unarmed combat on Friday, and then Sunday I take it easy and I do my recovery upgrade. I've met 50% of my quests. The other element for this one is also our daily quest. So over here, you'll just check the boxes on the days that you completed, and I'll show you that we're already hit 100% because for these first couple weeks, you only need to do 4. And we'll get to that in a sec. So if you accidentally click it, you can always unclick it. And if you somehow delete it, you can always hit me up, but you can always Control-C, Control-V, copy and paste it back. But as you see, you'll have this way to track how do you move on to the next quest? 75%. That's our goal. That's our goal, like across the board. So if you get 75%, awesome. You get to move on to the next quest. If you aren't at 75%, I recommend repeating it and doing that quest again until you do hit 75%. Because really one of the point and my big thing is it's not so much about, I don't really care how much weight you lift, how fast you go, what difficulty you play on. I care about consistency and showing up. And so maybe on Monday you played on legendary, but you were tired on Wednesday and you played it normal. That's cool. That still counts for me. Put it in and keep it going. The point is to show up and complete it, not to kill yourself every day. So you hit 75%, boom, you get to go on to the next quest. Now you can see with this tutorial campaign, we only have a couple options, but every 2 weeks, we're going to earn a new ability and it's going to open up. What's this big bar here? So like I said, every month is a level. You're also going to be tracking here to see how soon you've completed that level. It's a nice little fun XP bar. So as you fill it in, it'll add this total up. And again, this will actually hit 100% when you've completed 75% of the quests required for the first level, because that's all I'm asking for. If you're a completionist, you'll go above 100%, and that is awesome. Moving on. Quest breakdown. This is going to describe to you all the different quests that we have. And I should say, not all the quests, but all the objectives, and how we have that kind of 4-part quest breakdown of ability check flow, ability check power, combat, and upgrade. That's your basic week. And unless we go into a new edition where I decide to change things up, that's what it's going to look like. I find this 4 days to be really the max, to get the max benefit for the smallest amount of investment. I've been running these campaigns now for over a year, and everybody seems to find that 4 days a week is the sweet spot. Get a lot of progress, but they're not doing it every day. These quests are also meant to be only about 30 minutes to an hour at max. Those are the people who really want to be completionists and do everything. So keep that in mind. I don't want you to kill yourself. I don't want you to spend all day doing this. I have other things to do. So back to this. You'll see there's descriptions on each of the different ability scores. Let me take a really quick tangent. Each ability score is broken up into the two. There is a power check and a flow check. Flow checks are more about movement and kind of being able to be fluid and graceful, but also being able to keep going kind of a longer distance. Whereas power is about explosive, and it's very more like your barbarian style. But I think it's important for you to be doing both. So even if you are a barbarian, be sure to be doing the fortitude strength, because if you think of like Kratos in God of War, he isn't just flipping things around explosively. There's those times where he has to pick up the world and lift super heavily and slowly flip things, you know? Um, I'm training you to be effective and able-bodied and empowered in the world. I'm not a bodybuilder, and that's not what we're focusing on. So these have been designed to teach you skills that you can use functionally out in the world. Here you have the name, you have the format, you have the description, and then you even have the list right now of the level 1 abilities. This will fill out as time goes on. And you'll see kind of the different moves if you want to look at like kind of the fitness side of it, or the fitness names of what you're going to be learning each level. Finally, the team tracker. Now you can totally play this solo, but I think where RPG Fit comes alive is when you're playing with the team, because it's one thing to be, pursuing your goals. It's so much more fun, and I'm so much more motivated when I know there's other people. And the way this is set up is we're dependent on each other. So how does that work? Or I said the 75%. In order for us to move on to the next quest, we as a whole team must hit 75%. So say there's a week where I'm not doing good. I'm sick, I'm tired, I got a lot going on, I got lack of sleep because of my kid, and I only complete 2 of my quests and I don't get all my daily upgrades in. Well, because my team is bad A, they knock it out of the park, and maybe they don't get everything, but they get a bunch. And because my team has my back, we blow past that 75% requirement. And then I'm going to be, okay, you guys have my back this week, I'm going to have your back next week. And we play the game of supporting each other. This will grow. You see that for this campaign, there's this overview. You can see the dailies are 4 out of 7, and then it gets harder after the first level. Again, another level monitor, so you can sort of see like, hey, how far are we completing this whole level? And then these dailies are actually going to increase until we get to 6 out of 7 days. So this is a fun tutorial campaign. I'm very excited for you to play. That being said, that's pretty much everything. If you do have any questions, reach out to me via Discord. I'm going to create a channel that is just like, I don't know, tech cues or something like IT. And as well as if you're one of my players, just reach out to me directly or bring it up at our next meeting. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that's not too much information, and I'm excited for you to join this adventure. Catch you on the next one.